Well, guys, obviously that video did not turn into something I thought it was going to turn into. That is to say, I was just going to show you how to replace a seal on a Mach 5 water pump. Now we're going to replace a Mach 5 water pump. It's not going to be as exciting because there's only 2 slip connections, and you plug the damn thing in, screw it down. At any rate, let's go install this water pump. Alright, so it's going to be going into this 2011 Newell. And let's see, which one? I never know which ones these are. Look at that. There's a home for a water pump right there. Of course, you got your backup 12-volt water pump. That's a little surprising. That was just held on by a sticky foam. I guess I have to put some screws on that. But there we go. There's the quick connectors right there. I'll have to get those off the old pump, and then we'll just hook it up and put it in. Alright. Now these, of course, do get shipped. I've already unpackaged it and inspected it, of course. There was water in it, but other than that, like I said, I just need to swap out these fittings from the old one to the new one here, and that won't be too difficult. There's something important to know about. I'll show you guys. Underneath right here is actually a check valve, spring-loaded check valve. So you want to make sure that's in there and it's not broken, because if things suck air, they do not ever. They lose their prime and then they don't usually shut off. They just keep cycling until you get that fault up there. So that's a good thing to know. Oof. There it is right there. It's vital. It's very vital. And of course, it's just going to be easier to swap these out than the actual fittings. Of course, you got an O-ring right there. Make sure it's in good shape. I'll just put this on there lightly so we can make sure that we can line this up correctly. Here, we'll just do the same thing right here. And these don't have a check valve in them. Nope. Secure this pump a little bit better. Alright, so that's secured. One less thing I have to worry about now. Alright, so now back in there you can see this accumulator tank. So this is going to help keep constant pressure on the freshwater system, so you don't get pulsating. So that's why these pumps take a little bit of time before they turn on and turn off, because there's still a lot of reserve pressure in this diaphragm. It's just in that tank there's a rubber diaphragm in the middle of it basically, and one side of it's pressurized with air, and so when the water gets pushed in there, it's pushing against that diaphragm and stretching it out, and as you let the water pressure out, the diaphragm's pushing against the water too. So one side of it's charged with air, usually about, I don't know, 25, 30 pounds. I'm sure I'm lying, but I can't see the data sheet right about there. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I always thought originally this is how you would disconnect the pump, but that's why they left these quick connect slip connectors right there. You need to make sure you use these to take it off. Alright, and then there's this one up here. Obviously we'll have to tighten those up. And of course this is the backup 12-volt water pump. It takes water from the same water tank fitting. This is going into the pump, out of the pump. Otherwise we're going into that pump and out of the pump to the same position. Found the hose clamp. Oof. All right. I'll just do a final tightening on all of this. And I'm gonna plug it in. I won't bolt this thing down yet because I want to make sure I don't have any leaks. I still have to prime it. And I want to make sure this thing works before I go through the hassle of putting bolts through here. And of course this gives me the opportunity to use one of my favorite wrenches. It's like a portable vise. These wrenches are hard to find now. I think these used to be your standard monkey wrench, otherwise known as an F wrench or an automotive wrench. I had to put you guys down in order to double wrench it. Let's get this last one tightened up. We'll plug this thing in, prime it up. Well, we'll put some water in here, and then we'll prime it in, plug it in, and see if we did any good. Now, of course, one thing I didn't notice was that the freshwater tank was empty. So luckily on Newell and a few of these other buses, they have a freshwater tank fill on either side. So I don't have to move all my stuff. So I'll just hook up right here, just where it says freshwater tank fill. Start filling this thing up. Of course, right here is going to be your aqua hot. And there's a wastewater tank. There's a freshwater tank over there. This one just goes straight into the tank at the top. Just make sure we're not making a big mess over here. No. Let's go to the other side. Alright, freshwater tank drain is closed. Let's add some water into this thing. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing ready to prime. Alright, get that off of there. And of course, if I wanted to fill it from this side, I would have just filled up right there, again, which is a straight shot. Now, I do know, of course, with the city water connection right over there, that hose, I could have just pushed freshwater tank fill. Where is it? Well, I guess it's on the inside. Huh, it's weird. Alright, I'm gonna go get a bucket while this thing's still filling up. We're making pretty good progress getting it filled. I could probably start testing it at this point, but there's no reason not to fill it up a little bit more. I'm going to fill up the fresh water tank. I'm just going to fill up a bucket here with some water. It's not vital to do it this way. It's just easier for me to do it in this setting like this. Got my special cup in there. I'm sure. Yeah, we got more than enough water in there now. Go ahead and turn that water off. Okay. Now, I'll just go ahead and use my cup and fill this thing up. We're just going to be filling it up until it overflows. And then we will have successfully primed the pump. Alright, put the cap back on. Turn the water back on from the tank to the pump. That one doesn't need to turn on yet. I guess we plug this thing in and should. Main water pump. We must be sucking. have to go inside and make sure that nothing's turned on. Well, it's a good thing I came in here, otherwise my shower was running. Nothing else there. Nothing there. You done? Alright, let's go back outside. Sometimes you have to prime the pump, and we'll see how we do. That's why I got my bucket here anyways. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There's a green light on because the power's on. And the pump's not on, so it's not running. So you come up to pressure and it turned itself off. So let's lead off some pressure. Now I know this gauge isn't working, but that's not on me. That's a different problem. Alright, well, now we'll go ahead and turn that off. And you just have to run it until it turns off. It works just like a normal 12 volt pump. It has its own pressure switch. Maybe we'll take a look inside in the other one, see what they look like inside. Look at that, it turned off. So this job is pretty much done. I just have to bolt it down. Alright, so that's all done. Took the 4 screws out of here. Gave me access to here. This looks to be the pressure switch. This pushes against the diaphragm right there. This pushes against right there. And just like that shore flow pump, looks like it's adjustable. I'm not saying you can adjust it, but I might adjust it if it doesn't shut off. Other than that, you can see even in this capacitor, water was getting in right there because this housing was cracked. I think the newer ones have a little bit more like this board that's right there, it's mounted right here in an epoxy board. Other than that, that's what we're looking at. Mach 5 by Headhunter. It does put out good volume. So Alright, maximum pressure 66. Look at that. Leaks in suction piping can cause erratic pump performance or false dry run shutdowns. That's on the suction side, yeah. I don't know. I just have to look that up. Alright, with those bolts in, this job is done. But I really do need to check all the faucets inside and make sure everything operates, toilets operate. So that might be a good idea to do that. And if I'm going to do that, you know, guess I might as well show this whole thing opened up, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and close that up. Front driver. Seal is venting. We seen light coming through yet? Oh, I see it opening up. Nice. So I'll get all 4 of these slides out and then we'll go from there. Of course, because this is a Newell, you're going to have the drop down floor. Ooh, look at that, just pop up. Nah, let's see. That one's going to pop up too. Alright, slides out. Let's see if our floor raises. Floor is raising. Ooh. What does this say? Release button. Did it. Okay, let me get the other 3 out. Alright, so we got the front ones done. A little bit more room in here now, I would say. Let's go to the bedroom. Same thing all over again. Quite a tight fit in here. I can't get to the bed or the bathroom without opening the slides. I'm not going to show you guys me climbing over the bed, because that would be wrong. Alright, so that slides out. Just doing the last one here, and we're venting. And it looks like we might have snagged the bedspread on the floor. That's not on me. These little guys right there, they just float. And as the slide goes back, it slides on top of the cabinet right there and then extends out. You can see it laying down on that side too. There's some cleverness involved in all these things. Ooh, there it goes. And here comes the floor. So with those 4 slides out, there's a really nice amount of square footage in this thing. Oh, I don't have the AC on, so it's quite hot in here. Release the button. All right. So we'll go ahead and turn the engine off so you guys can maybe hear me, hopefully. I won't worry about the engine. You got your silver leaf dash controls right there. And your inverter control and generator controls up there. More silver leaf controls right there. You can turn on your ceiling lights right there. Docking lights, aisle lights, engine control. Alright, what I need to do, besides showing you guys everything, sorry there's LED lights in here and they're flickering, isn't my controlling. Maybe if I turn on some more lights. I'm sure more lights will reduce flickering, right? Maybe a little bit. Turn on some more lights. Alright, you got all the shades closed. Of course, you can control all these shades normally. There's still a little bit of flicker. Doesn't look like that in real life. So let's go ahead. Try the kitchen first. Looks like we're working pretty good there. Of course, right there is going to be your monitor panel. Check everything you want from there. Remember on the water, I said you can fill it from the inside. There's your autofill. These are labeled pretty well. Electric heat for your baseboard heating. Newell has their way of doing things. Of course, your electric stove top. And a nice little pantry for you. We got down here. Slide out pantry. I'm a little amazed I don't see a dishwasher. And there wasn't a garbage disposal. Seems to be the only rigs out there as Newells that have a garbage disposal. There's a lot of living space in this. It's almost a ballroom in here. I mean, that's a lot of walking around space in there. Alright, well that's done. My favorite part, door closed. Ooh. Magic door. All right, here we go, the mid bathroom. That's working. Ooh, toilet room light. Oh. And nothing. Of course, this is a Headhunter Royal flush toilet. Whoa. And that's why you need that big water pump. Because these toilets don't have any moving parts. They just use Venturi and a lot of volume of water to flush. Of course, I already know the shower works because I already used the shower. I had to turn it off, right? That's working. It's a nice little shower. Whatever you do, guys, don't break any of these shower door components, especially these rollers, because you're not getting those anymore. Bedroom, nothing special about the bedroom in any real sense of the word. It's nice and big. Obviously, the shower is completely part of the bedroom. I think you get that quite often on a Newell. And the rear bath, which is separate bathroom. Optic lady. Wonder what that is. I don't know what an optic lady is. Sometimes there are fiber optics in the ceilings, but not usually on a Newell. Of course, here's the rear toilet. Let's see if that one works. Nice. It's a good toilet. Of course, going to be our last feature right there. Did these turn on? Yeah, those are those. And so the tube lights are right there. Those are just there. Now I'm just really curious what an optic lady is. What is an optic lady? Maybe if I turn everything off except the optic lady. It's not there. That was different lighting. Now I have to do some research, and then if you guys know what it is, you tell me what it is. Optic lady. Huh. Well, there it is, guys. I did a water pump replacement instead of a repair like I had planned on doing on a Headhunter Mach 5 water pump on this 2011 Newell. Hope you enjoyed that. I didn't give a great tour through this because I got other things I got to be doing, but it's a beautiful one. It's in good shape. It's very livable. And whew. As a side note, for all you guys who send me comments or emails, I do my absolute best to respond to everything I can as fast as I can. I'm just one guy, and it's nothing personal if I'm not responding as fast as I can. I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I can. I do appreciate all the comments and the emails, and I'm trying my best to keep up with any work you guys or help you need. Thanks a lot. Of course, there's the door again. I guess it'd be a good idea to make sure the water pump turned off. Yep, and no fault light. Awesome. Somebody left a mess over here.